5 things to remember about gastric ulcers. Gastric ulcers are pretty common in pigs. They affect usually fast-growing pigs that are of finishing age, so above 50 pounds of weight. In the stomach, ulcers develop in the pars esophageal. That means it's the mucosa that is just after you reach the cardia. Why this part of the stomach? It's because it's a non-glandular part. That means that the epithelium does not produce any mucus to protect the mucosa against the acidic liquids that are produced by the stomach. Most often, ulcers are subclinical in pigs, but sometimes in really severe cases, they can cause sudden death due to internal hemorrhage. Some of the most specific clinical signs associated with gastric ulcers are the presence of blood in the feces. However, contrary to diseases like swine dysentery, the blood is digested because the blood travels all the way from the stomach to the rectum of the pig and is digested by enzymes in the intestine. This digested blood is called melena and has this tarry, really dark color and consistency. The diagnosis is usually done through necropsy if you have sudden death, and you can see how the pars esophageal, I'm going to start again. The diagnosis for gastric ulcers is usually done through necropsy. For sudden death, you open the stomach and see the pars esophageal that is affected, and you can see how you have deep pits in the mucosa of the stomach. But most of the time, pigs are non-clinical, and it's actually at the slaughterhouse that you can see the lesions on the stomach. So the management is really important to prevent gastric ulcers from happening. First thing is that pigs should always have access to feed. This is really important. A pig that doesn't eat for even half a day starts to develop the first stage of gastric ulcers. The particle side of the feed is also very important. In swine production, we tend to grind the corn and the soybean very, very finely so that enzymes have more surface to digest the nutrients, and therefore we get more feed efficiency and a higher average daily gain. However, if we grind it too fine, then the solid portion of the stomach content is not to prevent splash from the liquid content against the pars esophageal. So that splash is very acidic, and then that's how the lesions develop. Some contradictory reports say that adding sodium bicarbonate can be helpful, but more often adding more fiber so that there is more content in the stomach for a longer time can also be helpful. Thank you.